that game. A lot of team fight on their side. Static Storm, Pango, the Mars, Wukongs. Like there's so many circles that they can throw. But on the other side, I think the laning stage will be really good for Aster.Aries, other than the Dawnbreaker lane. So having this Batrider, we've seen times and time again how much pressure this hero, like how fast he comes online with the Boots of Travel being very active, and then having Dawnbreaker hitting level 6. I think this Dawnbreaker pick makes a lot of sense, where it's a like a countermeasure. They want to play the team fight, so if they try to outnumber you, one Solar Guardian, Living Armor from Treant Protector, it's a good way to disengage. And overall, even though they do have the gap closers for the Drow Ranger with this Mars Monkey King, I think with the items that Drow Ranger buys, with this Hurricane Pike, BKB Shard, she can keep the distance, and she has a pretty damn good front line. Like, all 4 heroes are frontlining for her.
Yeah, so it's going to be hard to get to the back and go after the Drow, as what I'm looking at right now is the Dawnbreaker's cute items. Echo Saber in the future. Is this a game where we see any Guardian Greaves for the side of Aster.Aries?
For now, it seems like it's going to be scaling item build for Dawnbreaker, mostly playing for herself, other than playing for the team. We've seen some Dawnbreakers like going for these team fighting items, Greaves or a Pipe, but then you lack damage. She might still swap things around, considering how the lane's going to go, but I think in terms of scaling, like, you might need another hero to deal the right-click damage, so I don't mind this Echo Saber here.
Right, seeing over mid and already Knight, who just did not have a good start and didn't have really that good of a game afterwards. Going up against somebody like White Album is going to be tough on the Batrider, or tough to beat the Batrider, as this Pangolier, especially if these heroes rotate from the side of Aster.Aries. But the only one who really, I would say, might rotate is TK.
Yeah, I don't see Red Panda rotating. It's a bit difficult. He wants to sit in lane, soak up some XP, starting with Leech Seed, so pretty standard stuff coming out. In terms of the kills, the Red Panda could be in a trouble. He's super, like, what does this hero have? Like 3.4 strength gain per level, and his starting strength is also very high, so difficult to kill. Drow Ranger needs to be careful about her positioning. They can they have 2 abilities to reposition her with. But I'm glad that Salad is playing something different. He has shown his Rubik at the start of the DPC tour that he can play it really well. And this last game, needs to forget about it. Just focus on this one.
Yeah, we started the season off by complimenting a lot of these 4 positions in China about their Rubik play. So when a team's got it, it's certainly plus percentages for their team win rate. And Salad, he had some pretty great performances pre-break, so we'll see if he can continue that.
DK dragging the creep wave, getting Glimpse back, and now Monkey will start to get on top of him. Immediate Living Armor, while Dawnbreaker is getting the farm. So Aster.Aries understanding that they can't really trade in this lane. It's Disruptor and Monkey King, so 2 difficult heroes to play into as 2 melees, so they will keep pulling the wave. Another Glimpse is available. LWW will use it, deal some damage. Seems like Aster.Aries doesn't care too much about it.
Yeah, in the previous game, LWW on the Crystal Maiden was doing a lot early on. These glimpses not really leading to much yet. So a little bit of a disturbance, and for right now, CS is looking good for EHOME across the board, as Salad's going to lose his Courier that had regen and a Sentry, and I believe, yeah, he was trying to take away that sentry that was blocking their camp, and another sentry was available to do so. Red Panda.
Laughs in Treant. They can't really do much. It's level 2 Mars and Rubik, so in terms of damage output, it's really not there. And Ulu also going very defensive with his item build, picking up that raindrop as soon as possible. 3 minutes into the game, wants to be able to soak up some of that damage. Glimpse back.
Down
this
a
time
Celestial
around,
Hammer.
we'll have enough damage. 2 points in Jingu.
MKS getting first blood, and I believe it was Xiaoyu in the last game who got first blood, or got first blooded. So we'll see how they now. Okay, still laughing in Trianor. I say that. Multi-shot, Red Panda low, dies. 2-0 here for EHOME, and they've already got themselves close to a 1K lead.
Overextending there a little bit, but yeah, Drow's getting some solo XP, so nothing too serious, I would say. You're still doing okay as Treant. Like this, the top lane also. Dawnbreaker getting 2 waves underneath the tower. Tiny is there to stop any kind of aggression if they decide to use the glimpse. They could kill this disruptor, especially once Dawnbreaker hits that level 4. So a lot of damage. Celestial Hammer, like she needs to stay within the hammer AoE. So you see the mid lane attempt. Knight using his abilities.
Oh, Knight burning, but just doesn't have the damage. Now living armor, Salad coming over.
Both supports TPing, and White Album will pick up a bounty rune, so
he's gonna have a.
They need to get something out of this. Ooh,
Swashbuckle misses.
He'll be in range. For lift.
Fade Bolt, TK.
LWW is also there for the glimpse. Glimpsing him back.
But they still have the damage finally. LWW getting that last hit on a White Album. It's a long chase. I mean, it took some time. It took plenty of heroes.
Mid lane has been empty for 45 seconds.
Yeah.
No one has been there.
Just creeps falling for nobody to get experience off of. Big for Knight, though, because he was behind in experience by quite a bit. So he kind of regains that, and EHOME still have 3-0 on the board. See what White Album wants to do is he's not level 6, so getting a kill here on MKS, if they could get it, could be quite big. Glimpse, though. It's on to the Bat Rider. Shouldn't matter with the Starbreaker. And Shang-Chi gets this Monkey King to get Aster.Aries finally on the board.
They decided to go for the big kill. Not Disruptor that I mentioned, but Monkey King.
Oh. Regen rune picked up by Pangolier. Maybe could have Flame Break there.
Pango doing a very good job playing into this Batrider matchup. You know that Batrider will try eventually go aggressive. I think this type of a call comes from a mid laner where he uses both Swashbuckle and Shield Crash, calls his supports to TP just in case Batrider decides to die. And they did get a kill from it. Pangolier is level 6. Batrider needs 1 CS to get to the level 6 as well.
So let's see if he makes another move to another lane with this lasso now available. TK doesn't have any mana to work with. Primal Spring, Kinetic Field, TK running. There's going to be another hero up top. It will be Pangolier as Swashbuckle, Boundless Strike.
MKS must kill steal. gets that kill. Pango rotates, but it's like, nah, bro. I'm getting this one. Going into Battle Fury on Monkey. He wants to be able to scale.
Is that fast enough for this lineup?
I feel like this Monkey with Battle Fury is a lot slower. Well, Xiao Yu can TP out. TP's back to tier 1 tower.
And not too far away.
I have to go back to Battle Fury. It seems that Hero does have other options to go for, whether it's a Maelstrom. Like my favorite's the Echo Saber, because it's it allows you to play like these early fights with Monkey. You can be very active, but seems like he's more focused on his mid-late game timing. He wants to be that 5-6 slotted Monkey King. So going for Battle Fury next might still change his mind. Never mind. He actually bought the broadsword, so
Committed.
Battle Fury that is.
Rolling Thunder? No, Lasso. As a Swashbuckle can get away from this. They also have Salad coming over. There's a haste bottom. Knight really not bouncing well, but they also have LWW. Here comes TK. Avalanche. Do you really want to toss? Telekinesis up into the air, down towards the steps. Toss back under the tower. Salad taking a couple shots. They've got the glimpse. They'll have the Flame Break that lands on him and Knight. Now the Solar Guardian, that heals up TK enough. Got the haste on Knight, which is activated. They'll chase LWW. Starbreaker doesn't slam down onto the Disruptor. Damage being done to TK. They'll get the kill onto the Tiny. They finally burn away LWW, but here comes FKS with the Wukong's command and the Boundless Strike on a White Album.
Almost bounce him out of the Wukongs. EHOME, they are the ones controlling the active runes. Oh, this is some big damage.
Zhao Yu
on Mars.
Spear connects, but Zhao Yu dying as this is a Dawnbreaker that's come from top to mid to bottom. Taking a stop at all lanes. 3 heroes here again. Starbreaker, right clicks from Ooh aren't doing enough, and now they've got this glimpse because Disruptor's back in the fight. Ooh is gonna die here, and everybody on Aster.Aries has died at some point, and well, TK might just die again. Primal Spring, Fade Bolt, Toss, not gonna matter. Salad gets the kill. White Album's back. Now they're right on top of MKS with the Firefly. Mischief, not gonna matter.
He's fighting against 4 heroes.
MKS is now got
Make
4
it
stacks
5.
of Sticky Napalm. Now all 5 here again. Rolling Thunder once more. Knight coming over, and under the tower, Dawnbreaker's coming back into the fight. As Knight Rolling Thunder to leave. Celestial Hammer slowing down LWW, but the spear's on the mark. White Album still chasing. Red Panda now going after Salad. Everybody starting to break away from the side of EHOME. They finally get LWW. As over mid, Drought decides not to rejoin. I'll just farm.
What a long fight. It's still a 1k gold lead for EHOME. They are bringing the numbers. They are getting the kills. Let's see. Another power rune. Knight will pick it up one more time. So all 3 power runes in EHOME's bottle.
Gust ended up missing. Top of the net worth for MKS by 1,000 gold over the Drow. We've seen what happens to Drows that can't farm, and they seem to never come back.
Disruptor is level 6. Glimpse, 3 points in it. Will
Static
commit.
Storm and Celestial Hammer. Knight needs to be careful. He's burning a little bit, but they get the kill in a White Album with the Arena. Avalanche, Salad, he'll fall to TK. Meanwhile, Wukong's Ulu running away. As the Sword Guardian, and now turning this on MKS. They've got the stun, they'll have the multi-shot, but he's inside the Wukong. Shanxi can't do the damage. MKS needs to leave. Swashbuckle, no disarm, but down goes this Dawnbreaker, and this will be Ulu trying to dodge the Rolling Thunder, but he dies as well.
EHOME is very quick with the TP reactions. This like living armor is putting Aster.Aries in a spot where they feel like they're tanky enough. But Knight has been all over the place, involved in 11 out of 13 kills, going into the Fusel Blade, level 10 on Pango.
I don't really
Monkey,
know what they're able to
top lane,
accomplish, but they'll lasso and get the kill on MKS. That's 500 gold for White Album, who has Boots of Travel coming out on the courier. If he could do the same thing to Pangolier, that would be more gold. He's on a big spree.
I mean, they do have ways of dealing with Pango. Lasso, Overgrowth as well. For now, Red Panda is level 5, sitting where he's supposed to be, near the tier 1 tower bottom, using that living armor, trying to buy as much time as he can. In terms of tower damage, EHOME doesn't really have much, because Monkey's going for Battle Fury. Mars doesn't deal tower damage. Pango has Orb of Corrosion. That's pretty much it. Without Catapult, they need to bring 3, maybe even 4 heroes to bring down the tower.
Finally, by the way, Aster.Aries get a power rune in their bottle.
Red Panda doesn't feel as safe because he's playing into Monkey, who can scout him out, and also Arena of Blood. Like, it's a huge area where trees are destroyed, and exactly what happens. They just find him here.
Whoa,
Deforestation.
There goes the tree end. Taking away his home and his life. Bottom tier 1. This is looking like it's just going to die here after the glyph is all finished. They have the Seeds of Serenity healing up. And if you're Aster.Aries, I don't really think you can try to defend this at the moment.
No, this is done. Something that we said they need to bring numbers, no real tower damage, so bringing an extra hero or 2 will do it. Ulu on the top lane will do the same thing. He will finish off this tower, going into BKB next. I guess an earlier BKB compared to what we can call a standard Drow Ranger build with the Hurricane Pike Rush. He wants to be able to survive against Pango and also Mars Arena. Doesn't want to get glimpsed back. Done. Echo Saber done. So she's gonna be able to scale. Like it's her late game, like mid game security going into BKB next. So Echo Saber will be disassembled.
Looks like it's going to be a triple BKB timing for Aster.Aries. near, if not around the same time for all 3 cores.
Batrider will get it first. Drow Ranger probably the last one because she doesn't have a single component.
Smoke, Knight, LWW might run into Ulu. If by might, I mean will. Gust,
Doesn't
it
connect
hits the
on
Pango,
LWW.
but it doesn't, it doesn't hit the Disruptor. They may not have this kill, though. They got the kill on MKS over on the side. Glimpse, does it save the Drow? No, it doesn't. Rolling Thunder, now they've got the Flame Break to look over at Knight. Blink Arena, Spear missing, but the Rolling Thunder coming back in. That kills off Red Panda, and they also get the kill on the Shang-Chi. They've got the Telekinesis on a White Album. This will be 4 heroes potentially dying here for the side of Aster.Aries after killing off the Monkey King. And with the Glimpse, it's a full team wipe.
This is the big power spike for them. Having this Diffusal Blade, they were not able to lock him down. I didn't see where Treant Protector used ulti, because I thought it was going to come during the arena, but I guess he used it somewhere else. Maybe he was fighting near the bottom.
Yeah.
If this Silence connects on Disruptor, there's no Static Storm. Tiny might come in slightly earlier, and then the rest of the team would be able to connect. There's also Lasso available. Yeah. Red Panda.
I think it was used to kill MKS away from this
Okay,
fight.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that they killed Monkey. Another Spear. Now that Zhao Yu has a Blink Dagger, like, he actually becomes a hero. Pre-Blink, Mars just feels very difficult to play. But also having a Glimpse setup. These 2 supports have been very active. They've been moving around the map, making stuff done. So Aster.Aries need to slow the game down a bit, not lose too much map advantage. They need to farm those BKBs. Like, we see that they are struggling dealing with this Pangolier. Knight is massive. Most farm hero in the game, found that Lance of Pursuit, so extra damage when hitting from behind, extra slow on top of Corrosion and Lucky Shot. So, gotta be difficult, I would say.
Much different game for Knight this time around. Involved in 17 of the 20 kills, so he has just been really going all out. Spear, Arena, Swashbuckle, and a quick kill on Shang-Chi. No way to escape this. It's just going perfectly for EHOME, and now they've got that Battle Fury, so this Monkey King's going to start to really accelerate that farm. Worrying for Aster.Aries. I don't know exactly when their comeback avenue is going to start, but it feels like it's just going to be the BKB timings that they're hoping for. We'll see.
Silence on Pango, Illusion Rune immediately.
Celestial Hammer from the Rubik slows him down and Spear into the Rolling Thunder. So TK's dead again. He has died 7 times already.
Still gonna have a decent timing on a Blink Dagger. It's nothing spectacular, but considering how the game's going and the 7 deaths that you mentioned, it's gonna be 18, 19-minute Blink Dagger, which is also fine for a Tiny. They did kill 1 tower, so only getting the gold from that one.
So, let's see what they can do to slow this down and defend this. Shang-Chi, Blink, Spear missing. We'll get that hammer back as Celestial Hammer burns these creeps. Just trying to defend and, well, almost getting into the BKB. As the Mithril Hammer still needs the Ograx and the recipe. It's going to be some time until Dawnbreaker ends up getting there. And
another jump from Zhao Yu. Arena on 2.
Static Storm. They've also got that. They're going to get both supports. I mean, Zhao Yu, ever since he got this Blink, has been really opening up the game for his team.
Man, they're all over the place. EHOME not letting Aster.Aries farm their items.
Oh,
they understand the power of the BKBs. Glimpse.
Ooh. Oh, not far enough away. And there is the Stolen Avalanche, and they're going to get another kill. I mean, EHOME is just not letting Aster.Aries breathe.
Yeah, this Observer Ward that they placed is going to give them a lot of vision. I mean, Aster.Aries, they need to find some time. Like, they need to dodge these fights. But this also opens up the Roche for EHOME if they don't want to take these fights. With the Monkey King, with Mars tanking Roshan and Pangolier with the Lucky Shot, they have enough. This is a good way to start things off.
If they could get LWW, they finally do. But even that kill is not easy. Salad's not going to make this game easy for them having the Avalanche either. These fights with Telekinesis, Avalanche, Glimpse, Static Storm, Kinetic Field in the arena. Just the team fight feels so good for EHOME. And they are constantly using these spells off cooldown to get pick-off after pick-off. 25 kills in 19 minutes just for them is quite a feat so far.
Yeah, they're super active. Monkey finds Brigand's Blade. Will send it back. Does have a Vambrace, so Pango will be picking that one up. I don't think you can ask for anything better.
Ooh, never gets the Starbreaker to slam. Boundless Strike, Wukong's, and they'll have some extra help. Good job cutting down that tree, but there's the spear, and while Shanxi's in trouble, they got the kill on a TK. They'll have the glimpse back, and it should be another one. Starbreaker again, now stolen. Still finish off Dawnbreaker.
Map is getting smaller. EHOME, they want to take this tower. We talked about them not having too much tower damage, but once they bring the numbers, this Living Armor has been trying to delay the game as much as possible. And Dota Plus win probability, 82% for EHOME. I thought it would be even higher. Yeah, it's just a difficult one. Ulu farmed his shard, now in a triangle, going into BKB next. You talked about this item synchronization, like double, triple BKB from Aster.Aries. It got delayed by so much.
Yeah, I don't know when Dawnbreaker is going to get a BKB. The shard came out from Ulu before the BKB, which I don't hate, because they've got White Album with his BKB, but now, again, this is all to just get LWW, and then you need to leave if you're White Album. Flame Break thrown back at White Album. Now they've got the Arena, the Spear, the Rolling Thunder, the Sword Guardian. They're starting to survive, but do they have the damage? They have the last of the multi-shot coming in, the Avalanche on a 3. They've also got the Starbreaker. Gust, they'll get the kill on a Zhao Yu, but they'll end up losing the Dawnbreaker. Can they take out the Monkey King with the right clicks and the Hypothermia? He'll finally blow up. So a good fight from Aster.Aries. It costs them the Dawnbreaker as well as the Batrider, but TK coming in with a clutch Avalanche.
Man, that was an Avalanche and Toss on 3 of them. Drow Ranger going ham in this fight in terms of damage. This type of a fight is exactly what they need. I thought that Batrider might at one point use Lasso on a Disruptor because he put himself in a bad spot. And Knight, perfect timing. But we see this power of Living Armor, keeping them inside, and also Dawnbreaker. Like, they're very good at counter-initiating and using Lasso. But Bangalore getting silenced and using that Illusion Rune to get out of the trouble. So we see the power of this Drow Ranger shard. I think you're one of the biggest fans. Like, just saying Hypothermia.
Yeah, I knew where that was going. I'm a massive fan of Hypothermia in-game, not in real life. I don't like being that cold. Red Panda, it's got the Holy Locket. The holiest of lockets, as we don't really see this item too much, but I understand it coming out from the Treant Protector.
This time around, he wants to keep the distance. I would still want him to pick up a Blink Dagger so he can counter-initiate during the Mars Arena and the Wukong's combo. It's going to take time. Needs to be out of the base. It's not that easy game for Treant. If they catch a glimpse of him, then Disruptor might use a glimpse. We talked about Wukong's and also Arena. Arena cutting down the trees. Monkey scouting them out where he wants to be. But this is a good way of potentially be a start of a comeback. Drow Ranger needs 100 gold for her BKB.
And then you've got the triple BKB timing. You've also now got the Blink Dagger for White Album. Salad being the ward. Oh, Telekinesis Spear, and, well, being the ward works. I say that. BKB right on top of Salad. Lasso. Dawnbreaker with the Solar Guardian. And White Album doesn't die. They should have Glimpse ready to go, but it's on cooldown.
Monkey already used his
now
BKB.
Static Storm. Drow in trouble. Arena Spear. It's there. It's onto the Drow. No BKB. Was so close to it. But, ooh, his positioning. Ooh, it cost them. Avalanche Toss. Not going to be the damage they need to get a kill on an MKS. They'll lose 3 on what was a good turn to get at least the Rubik, but they are far...
It's
gone
just
from
that
the base.
50 gold that Drow Ranger needed to get her BKB, and if she had it, then most likely it doesn't get stunned by Spear, gets a kill on Monkey King. So sometimes missing the timing on your item by so little can mean so much.
Yeah, that was pretty significant. I think if they win that fight there, this game drops back to even. Instead, now it's EHOME again breaking through to the other side and now have themselves a 9K lead. And Draug has to get back to that BKB. 50 gold again.
All right, I think this is it. He's going to be able to get it. Level 14 on Drow, level 16 on Monkey King. Big difference. Monkey also going into Aghanim Scepter next. Red Panda underneath his own ward. This should reveal his ward, however.
Telekinesis, and he'll survive for a second, but everybody's here. And that'll be that full axe for Knight. So now he's got that upgrade to the shield crash, which could be very dangerous for Aster.Aries. Blink, White Album.
Man, Knight so far, perfect game. I don't think you can ask for anything better from your mid Pango.
To be involved in 28 of 33 kills. Oh my gosh.
Massive. Holding that Brigand's Blade, so you talked about the shield crash talent on 15 plus the Aghanim Scepter. Seems like there's not going to be any kind of response from Aster.Aries in this one. They are drawing on a mini-map. It's like, yeah, bro, go in, steal the Aegis. Not sure who's supposed to do it. DK, maybe?
Bad trying to cut the creep wave once again. Back into the trees, this time a TP out. Meanwhile, you've got Shanxi going for a basher for this Dawnbreaker.
I wouldn't mind the C shard picked up on Dawn. Just to have that extra BKB you get out of Mars Arena, you don't get the glimpse back, so... And you save a BKB for a real fight, but use that shard to get out of trouble.
Holding the gold, so maybe thinking about it. I kind of like the Ags in this game for Dawnbreaker. The 60% evasion in these fights.
It's more of a support item or like 5th, 6th item on a Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, I don't know. The evasion is what really piques my interest.
You want to be able to scale in this game, so not really buying stuff for the team. Might get AC eventually. EHOME will smoke.
Trying to work with an Aegis here.
They know exactly where Aster.Aries is. Inside the triangle, all 5 of them. Monkey's not there. He's the one holding the Aegis. Does have a TP available, however.
Let's see if they break the smoke. They have the ward down, but the smoke's not broken, and that's pretty big for them. Oh, finally, they do see the Pangolier. They're going to go for the lasso. Solar Guardian is the damage in. The BKB's going to be popped by Xiaoyu, who go to the arena. The spear lands under the Dawnbreaker. He doesn't use the BKB just yet. They'll buy back on the Pangolier. They look over his TKT.
I don't know about this one, Chief. This buyback could cost them a lot. This is a big, big win for Aster.Aries. Everybody TP'd out to Red Panda. Got the last hit. So sitting at 1,100 gold, which will give him a Blink Dagger.
Wow, yeah.
He got the last hit there.
On a
you would probably want to give it to someone else considering how this game is going, but whoever gets it, this is fine. I'm really surprised that he bought back there.
Considering the game that he was having, I feel like the buyback wasn't exactly necessary. And now, you see he's queued up Lincolns, but buying back is going to slow that down by a significant amount of time.
Yeah, some pop habits really die hard.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
White Album. Octarine Core in his future. What about Drow? Waiting for Ulu, and he's got the Hurricane Pike. Now going into the Silver Edge.
He recovered nicely. Almost same amount of farm as Pangolier, which is pretty impressive considering that this Pango was sitting at 12-0 and 16. So Dawnbreaker, in the end, deciding to pick up a full Mage Slayer and then a casual Plate Mail, just to be even more tanky. Ooh.
Leaving free gone. MKS going to show himself bottom. Has that Ags now, and going into the Basher, Blink. but not really getting good usage out of the Aegis in terms of fighting, but still here to farm, and of course gets a Titan Sliver to fall out of the pockets of these neutrals. So that'll be perfect on the Monkey King. Looking at the neutrals here for the side of the Radiant. They don't have the tier 3s yet, and they're not going to have White Album for a little bit as well. So he'll end up dead. TK following him into the grave because there's nowhere for him to go.
Fighting underneath the ward, getting picked off like that. Now Monkey still holding that Aegis for almost a full minute with the Aghanim Scepter. We'll go for the high ground. But they're picking out bottom. They do not want to enter mid. 50 seconds with no Batrider. He might buy back in this one if they find an opening. Tiny also dead for 25. So this tower seems like it's going to go down.
Ooh, Blink Telekinesis,
Double
Stone
buyback.
Avalanche,
They need to get
BKB
something
now
out of this.
running. They'll go for the Blink, they'll look for the lasso. It's going to be out of the Pango here. They've got the Solar Guardian. MKS is trying to fight back on this one. Static Storm, but they get the kill on both. They'll take out Knight. He's dead for 94 seconds. He bought back previously. They got the kill into the Rubik. He's going to buy back as well. MKS with the BKB now needs to run, but TK following Blink, Avalanche toss. It's onto this Disruptor.
What?
He was tossed back to his team.
That's the wrong team.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Should have gotten another one. This is a huge investment in how to win a fight. It's your position 4, it's your Batrider as well. So 2 displacement abilities. Like if you have one available, you can always defend the high ground with. But they invested in both. So next fight, if EHOME wins it, should open up the not just one set of barracks, but potentially also another one. Drow Ranger deals some serious amount of damage, getting closer to level 18. Has enough gold to buy either Shadowblade if she wants to, or just a casual Crystallis. I would prefer if Red Panda decided to go for Blink Dagger instead of this Shard. We've seen Shard being very effective when you can farm on the side lanes, but Treant Protector has been sitting mostly in base, and he was very close to it. He was just 300 gold away from a Blink Dagger.
Instead went Shard Gem. He's also the one holding the gem.
We'll probably send it back. He's not going to keep it or give it to Bat. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea.
So that investment, we'll see if it pays off. I mean, I agree with the Blink. Blink Overgrowth in that last fight would have been perfect.
Yeah, just to be able to hold Monkey King in place. Because he was saving that BKB. Knight does have a full E on disc now. Wants to be able to protect himself. Does not want to get the lassoed, killed off immediately. Wants to have that Rolling Thunder.
He wanted Lincoln's before that, so instead going to the Aeon disc to try and survive these fights.
He kind of killed his own game with that buyback, and then died after. Ooh, double damage for EHOME.
They need to be careful on Aster.Aries. If they see this coming down the line, they'll scan.
Knight will not
heroes
give
are
him
TPing
bottle,
out.
so double damage activated immediately.
Do they? They don't see him.
Harry, don't move. Red Panda, I think he needs to be on the top lane. Just needs to buy time for his team. Try to risk it, to use Nature's Grasp to get the farm up. Maybe get the Blink Dagger. Double damage on Monkey, still running for... Ooh, quick fingers there. BKB. It's down to 6 seconds, so it's okay.
Also, Disruptor just bought a gem. I'm a little shocked with that, considering he was only 1,000 gold away from the full eggs.
Yeah, maybe the Rubik buying one would have been a better idea, and then you have this big item on top of the arena that you can use. Mars is very close to his refresher as well. He did pick up a shard. We still haven't seen it in the action yet. And now he's going to be holding the gem.
This game doesn't feel too one-sided at the moment. I think there's certainly ability to hold here for Aster.Aries. But I don't think you can allow this next Roche to go to EHOME for free.
Aster.Aries definitely would prefer to take a fight inside their own base, but Roshan, they don't know when it's going to respawn. It's going to be 40 seconds, so they need to smoke outside of the base and try to look for a fight. Giving this Shard and Aegis might seem like too much. DK does have Eon Disc for himself, which he will assemble if necessary, and most likely it's going to be. Interesting build from MKS. He's going for Arcane Blink build, so wants to be able to use the Blink Dagger and pop that Wukong's.
Interesting. See the timing on that, and if he does complete it.
I wouldn't mind seeing something like a Scotty if he eats, because he committed with the Blink Dagger. Maybe I would prefer if that's a Scotty. You are playing against a Drow Ranger, all this healing that we mentioned from Treant Protector, Dawnbreaker as well. Dawn finished off AC, so taking things up for his own teammates. Level 18, Solar Guardian cooldown on 90 seconds now. One problem is whenever you play Batrider in a losing game, you don't get to control the runes, and you love to have haste. You love to have Arcane, even Invis.
Hasn't really had much control of the power runes recently. Throughout the entire game. In a Roche they go, so they're going to start this one off. They have Wukongs, they have Arena, so jumping into this pit is a little bit dangerous. Avalanche stolen immediately, Telekinesis. Now the Avalanche thrown back, and it's going to be popped on TK. Can't get out with the Ogre Seal Totem thanks to the kinetic field. Toss up into the air on the Monkey King.
In the previous fight.
Now they've got the lasso, Solar Guardian. TK's finally going to drop. They've got the Static Storm down. Do they have the damage to get the kill here? They've got the Overgrowth coming out as Monkey King's going to drop. They get the kill there. The Venn diagram's being made with the Arena, but they've got the glimpse back on this Shanxi Dawnbreaker, who try to TP out. Spear lands. Flamebreak hits on LWW. They've got 4 heroes in, and the buyback used by Monkey King is probably going to allow them to get Roche.
This should secure them. Roche saving the buyback there. They need to heavily invest to get a kill on Monkey because he's super tanky, and this Aegis should belong to them. Problem that we mentioned, Tiny not having a buyback there, and also I'm not a big fan of this Eon Disc. I would prefer if this is a 4-staff instead. He thought that Ogre Seal Totem is gonna save him, but not enough. Like, you see the power of the Drow Ranger. Positioning from Ulu has been really good, fighting from the high ground, fighting underneath the ward, but then Mars Arena comes and stops the damage from coming in. Another double damage just spawned, so that's gonna be another one for Monkey, and he did pick up the Shard, so that means that upgraded Boundless Strike.
Yeah,
he can jump on top of Drow immediately with the Boundless.
This double damage, that's probably the game plan.
I am mighty.
The Obs here just not getting cleaned up. Panda Sentry down, and he'll show. Get rid of the vision, get himself a bit of gold, and you still want him to get that Blink Dagger, but he is sitting
1,000 gold away. Drow Ranger, I think you need to invest all of your gold. There's no point to save for a buyback here. You need to deal as much damage as possible. Break that Monkey King, break that Mars.
Ooh.
Red Panda trying to buy time. Where's the gem at?
Not close enough. Mars has got it. He's looking for the Lincolns, and Boots of Travel for the Pangolier. That's going to be next on the agenda. Witchbane, which could hurt TK with that Aeon Disc.
It's a big one. It also deals a ton of damage with Swash. Panga just have way too many good items, like Lance of Pursuit, Brigand's Blade, then Mindbreaker on tier 3, then you get Witchbane, even Penta Edge Sword. There's always something that he loves to use. MKS already inside the base.
Is under attack.
Aster.Aries in trouble. Meanwhile, Salad, he's got himself the Aeon Disc, the Lasso. Sword Guardian, Salad coming forward. MKS goes to the Wukong's command. They have the Overgrowth. They miss the Spear. Toss back out of the circle. The multi-shot, the Rolling Thunder, it hits onto Ulu. He needs to be careful. They got the kill onto the Dawnbreaker. They'll take out TK. Neither have buyback. White Album already used the Lasso. And Aeon Disc is going to be popped on Salad. They've got the Glimpse. They'll have the Spear. They should be able to kill off White Album, and that will be the gem of the deck. It's got buyback. Aeon Disc also popped on Knight. they will get these heroes out.
Gem's still there to be picked up. It's being pinged out by LWW. Ulu needs to be careful. This is a bit of a weird initiation because they didn't land their spells properly. There's supposed to be another toss, and the Drow Ranger, I did mention that she needs to invest all of her gold into damage. With her having Crystallis there and a full Silver Edge, maybe they could have gotten the kill on Monkey. Because if you lose a fight and you buy back, you're already in a bad spot.
Ooh, Avalanche on a 3, but they've got the BKBs. Ooh, gets the Aegis from the Monkey King. White Album with the BKB of his own. He's got Lasso in 2 seconds, so can they control anybody up again? White Album going and trying to go out and around.
Another double buyback, same timing. Batrider and Tiny buying back into the game 2 times already.
EHOME, 21,000, but they're not exactly making this finish look all too easy.
Well, playing into Tiny and Batrider, repositioning tools, still gonna respect those 2 abilities.
Can they get a lasso off onto the Monkey King now that he's got this Lincoln's? Help back on getting that Arcane Blink. Still wants it, though.
This is a good Lincoln's pickup. They don't have an ability to pierce this Lincoln's width.
They have to, like,
Not
break it with Force Staff or something.
Yeah, which they don't have. There's one on Drow Ranger, but she's definitely not doing it.
Oh, gosh. And now they've got the Ags on Disruptor, so I think of that. Another Lincoln's. Yeah, you can make this Monkey King pretty unkillable, I would say.
It's a good way of sieging. You drop 1 Lincoln's on him. Like, you don't even need, because there's literally nothing other than the Hurricane Pike on Drow Ranger to pierce it. I see Tiny trying to get the Yule Scepter, so that's something. That's a good way to start things off. Rubik holding on to Timeless Relic. Doesn't have a spell stolen for now, but...
You could just drop Static Storm in the arena. I think you're pretty set.
Drow Ranger, 5,000 gold on her.
Yeah, not buying out. Oh, there it is. There's the buyout.
For a moment, I thought she was thinking about getting the Divine Rapier, but it might just be too risky. It's investing all in. If you die, game's pretty much over.
Yeah, it's tough. In the last fight, the Pangolier was able to get on top of Ulu. Didn't kill the Drow, but buying Divine Rapier is a little bit sketchy in a situation like that. Trying to get Drow as high as possible in terms of levels, so picks up that Tome and maybe
eventually you'll get to that level 25 exactly with the marksmanship chance. But still, having level 20 talent, the Drow Ranger talents are really good. He decided to go with the Gus self-move speed talent, which is a bit of a weird one, I would say. It's I've seen players pick it up when they need to keep the distance. Like, it does allow them to kite slightly more with it.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about Refresher for White Album. I don't know if I really want that double, like... I almost want to say maybe the Ags would be better. But the Lasso Aeon Disc that gets popped, Static Storm's down, it's onto the supports. They'll go to the Rolling Thunder, and they've got themselves the Shield Crash upgrade, so Red Panda dies immediately. TK, his Aeon Disc kept him alive for a second longer, but he's going to be dead, and he had that buyback already used. BKB comes out from MKS. He's level 25. He's got that extra additional Wukong's Command
and the shard from
circle.
Monkey.
And the Shard with the Balanced Strike, he jumps on top of Ulu.
They
Refresher
are
from
fighting
Xiao Yu.
outside of the base. Like, base is your ally. You should use it to your advantage. Drag them into tier 4 towers, potentially the toss back and hold them there. Tiny did buy back in the previous fight, so he's gonna be dead for a very long time.
Tier 3 mid. Let's see. BKB, Xiao Yu, Spear lands. Ulu doesn't have a BKB, so he is dead.
Does have buyback, needs to use it. Otherwise, this game looks pretty dunzo.
Overgrowth stolen, and they will get the Solar Guardian to keep alive Red Panda, but the Swashbuckle and MKS in. Well, they'll take out Red Panda. The BKB is there for the Dawnbreaker, trying to at least get LWW, but the Balanced Strike jumping over to the other side. They'll buy back on Ulu, but it's a little bit too late. Dawnbreaker buys back Gust. Multi-shot.
Static
There's the
Storm.
Static Storm. No BKB. Ooh's in trouble. Ooh's going to die after the buyback. They will get the kill onto the Drow, and that should be the game for EHOME to even the series up at 1. It looks all but inevitable now as they'll just go towards top.
I'm really surprised that they decided to take this like smoke fight outside of the base and just fight her, because you have Drow Ranger as well. You want her to sit from far away and use that Batrider dropping low. Big Wukongs.
Yeah, it's a huge circle. Dawnbreaker still gonna die. Did for 2 minutes. They'll buy back on both supports, but all they have is TK and White Album to try and defend the base. Lasso, Avalanche, and MKS is dead for 2 minutes. Okay, so maybe something doing as they look at Salad, who bought back Aeon Disc, and the toss away. I think that was meant for White Album. Arena, Spear, God's Rebuke, down goes the Bat, dead for 2 minutes. Roche up in 10 seconds, not sure that's gonna matter with the Aeon Disc, and now, well, TK, he'll be the
They're dead for a very long
next
time.
one to
2
die.
minutes on Batrider, Drow Ranger, 30 seconds. Seems like they think they have another fight in them. And this should be also playing against the Mega Creeps, so... Train Protector, one-man army. Let's see if he can hold.
One chance, one opportunity. Lincoln.
Oh, Knight blinks.
BKB, Xiao Yu, and Stolen Overgrowth. Now everybody's dead. Ooh is going to be back up in a second, but by himself, I don't know what you do here. And there are the Mega Creeps.
Does have a shard on Drow Ranger, so he does okay in terms of the Mega Creeps. Dawnbreaker is also okay-ish and nothing spectacular. But yeah, playing into Mega Creeps and to see the damage done, Pangolier, 41,000. He was off to a really good start. That one buyback did set it back slightly, but other than that, Knight pretty much having a perfect game.
51 kills for EHOME, and Pangolier has been a part of 45 of them. How has he still stayed within under 10 on kill participation? Like missed kill participation. That is insane. Roche. Anybody gonna try and defend? Probably not.
They can't leave the base, so it's got to be a refresher. So potentially 3 arenas drop, like 2 Static Storms and 2 arenas. You can choose what you want to go for.
This is a very slow 45-minute rush.
There was no Monkey King as soon as he joins. Things do get a lot easier. Let's see who picks up that refresher. It's gonna be Monkey. So with this Arcane Blink, he can blink in, pop that Wukongs immediately. He did hit level 25. We saw how big it is in the previous fight, and can't zone them out. But then again, you are sieging tier 4 towers, a lasso, tossbacks into the fountain.
I remember when drafts like this were very strong, the circles drafts. Oh, Boundless Strike jumping to the other side. Spear onto the tier 4 tower. There's the Wukongs as well as the arena. They've got the lasso with the BKB, but Xiao Yu, well, he doesn't get pulled back into the base. They'll get the kill onto the Dawnbreaker as well as TK. TK buys back. Another one used by this Tiny. Ooh, not inside the Wukongs, but the Boundless Strike
again,
and
Aeon
TK,
Disc,
Aeon
last
Disc.
second.
Now they've got the arena once again around on 3. They go to the Overgrowth. They've got the Static Storm. Spear on multiple heroes. These 3 heroes are here. The Aeon Disc popped on the Drow, and MKS inside the base. It'll be a full team wipe and GG called as EHOME even the series up at 1.
Yeah, this Pango has popped off completely in this game. EHOME bringing in numbers. Like, there was one time at the bottom.